From the gritty blocks to the Door County line, Mark and Jeff are next in line. They left the shadows of the Door County neighborhood, doing things that the locals never could. From Maplewood up to the woods of the Cape Cod, of the Midwest wild, they're trading the concrete for the Turtle Boy style. Two fearless warriors, hearts made of steel, on a YouTube mission to keep it real. Mark and Jeff, yeah, they're taking the crown, the baddest duo to ever hit this YouTube town. Mark and Jeff, they're calling, the stakes are high. Underneath that heavy Wisconsin sky, they aren't just creators, they're battle bound, changing the game, keeping their feet on the ground. Mics are on and cameras are rolling, the Matchstick clock is counting the views and collecting the wins and doing it without sins. From Maplewood Tuck to the woods of the Cape Cod, of the Midwest wild, they're trading the concrete for the Turtle Boy style. Two fearless warriors, hearts made of steel, on a YouTube mission to keep it real. Mark and Jeff, yeah, they're taking the crown, the baddest duo to ever hit this YouTube town. The Maplewood grid turning up the Door County heat. Mark and Jeff, they won't accept defeat. Click that button, join the fight. The Matchstick flock are taking the lead tonight. Oh, Mark and Jeff, come join the flock and hit the share. Subscribe and
Look who is back. It's Mark.
Look at that.
Mark's back.
He's back. He's happy. It's sunny out.
Came to town yesterday and didn't stop and see his buddy Jeff, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Jeff, you know, family
Oh,
first,
he's still waiting for you.
friends second. I still got the food for you. You know, the past couple of weeks we were talking about, crawfish and Louisiana cuisine, and we had someone sign in and left us some messages and talked a little bit about northern Louisiana. But I have boudin for you. It's a Cajun sausage.
Yeah,
I have not. I haven't eaten it yet.
So. Yeah, Dusty Rose that comes in here every once in a while in the chat and everything. She said she was going to send me some crawdaddies and never did.
Crawdaddies, crawfish.
Okay. But
you're a crawdaddy.
But that's okay. And everything.
We'll get some shipped. We'll have some shipped up and have you come out. You and I Asian dinner.
Appreciate everybody that's going to come in here later and be part of the replay crew and watch this. Last night I was on after Turtle Boy and had a really good talk with everybody. Kind of talked about some other content creators that I dislike and kind of showing their weakness and everything. Going to do it again tonight, probably later tonight, because two of my favorite, actually they're not my favorite. I hate them both. I shouldn't say hate is such a strong word. It's more of a dislike. And they're going to be together. It's LTL Media, Brian from LTL Media. He was bald for a couple of years, Mark, and then all of a sudden now he looks like he's got a toupee on. And that's not why I pick on him, though. It's just because he's just an idiot. But
what are the characteristics that you don't like that he displays?
It's all about him. And when he's talking to you and something like he likes to read to everybody. And that's just kind of, if you're not a good reader, you probably should stay away from that.
Yeah.
But he likes to get, when he's reading if he comes across something, he goes, wow. wow. It's like, yeah, wow, you're acting like an idiot. And then there's Mike Crawford, who said he's the greatest interviewer on YouTube, and he's the worst. I mean, if I had interview skills like that when I was in radio, I wouldn't have been in radio.
Is it the questions he's asking are just not interesting?
He doesn't do it any questions. He just lets them go, and then he hopes that they touch on some things, and then he go, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about that." It's like, okay, why didn't you ask the question then to lead this guy? But so they're going to be together though tonight, those two, and they were big Turtle Boy supporters, big, but then all of a sudden went against Turtle Boy in the last year or so. Just kind of like start trashing them and everything else. But what it is jealousy, because Turtle Boy's they want to know what Turtle Boy's making money-wise. That's not anybody's business what Turtle Boy's making, And they lost when they made the division against what's going on with Turtle Boy and that, when they kind of, tried to get rid of him. Their subs, I think Crawford, they said, lost 10,000 subs because of it. And LTL Media goes, I'm still doing real well. But then you go back, they were making, I'm not kidding you, when they had, like, Crawford had this attorney on, his name was Mark Betterow, a good attorney. He's from New York, and he was a prosecutor, and now he's a defense attorney. And Crawford, every time Crawford had him on, he was getting 15, 20,000 views, people in the chats and everything else. Well, then he had a, disagreement or whatever. And all of a sudden, then he gets on and he goes, I made Mark Betterow. It's not at all. So I'm going to be watching, like I said, they're getting together for a show. So this is going to be interesting because they're both about them. So I wonder how they're going to fight each other to get the word in edgewise, and how much they're going to promote each other instead of what they got going on together.
What do they talk about? What is their main?
They're going to be talking about the Karen Read. They don't have many views, so they're going back to the Karen Read. Like LTL Media was showing, some of the trial from Karen Read. So that's when they got their big, the views. So they're thinking they're going to bring people back by going over the Karen Read over and over, which is fine. I'd like to touch on some things of Karen Read, but it's so hard when you're coming in, meaning you, Mark, when you're coming in kind of like, I know a little bit because of what I told you on the phone or whatever the last couple of years, but it's all, when we're going to cover it, you got to have some background to the whole story. And that's the key when you're going to talk about it. And a little bit about it. That she was accused of running over her boyfriend, a Boston cop. He was found on a Boston cop's lawn. And those people in the house didn't get investigated at all. And, they tried to pin her for the murder of running him over, which, she was acquitted of. So, but yeah, they'll hash that over and over and over and over and try to get people in to discuss it and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, it'll be interesting because I'm going to probably clip a lot of stuff that they're doing. I'm just going to. One thing I wanted to bring up, though, Turtle Boy is having a fundraiser for himself. It's going to be a 12-hour fundraiser on YouTube because you sent me it this morning. He's got so many witness intimidation stuff, which is it's bogus, Mark. It's just, he's doing people that do journalist stuff. They get in people, we've seen it on TV where they go knock on a politician's door and, hey, answer these questions. Nope, not going to answer it. They just did it to the judge that you were talking about in Boston, where they knocked on her door. And in that's witness intimidation if you take what's happening to Turtle Boy, and it's not. But you just don't know with Massachusetts. So he's paying out so much money. Then, of course, the civil suit where he's getting sued by the Alberts and McCabe and the people that were in the house, and they called the House defendants. And, that's a farce because he went on, he's got an opinion, and his opinion is the same as mine. I think Colin Albert was the one that threw a punch at John, and John probably fell. probably tried to miss the punch, and he fell and hit his head, and that was the scene. But then I think what happened is the two guys, the ATF agent and Brian Albert, the other Boston cop who owned the house, I think they panicked. And they, instead of just calling 911 and saying, hey, we had a fight, and the guy slipped and fell, nothing would have happened, but they didn't choose to do that. They choose to move his body outside, I guess, hoping to get hit by a snowplow, because it was a big snowstorm and a nor'easter was coming. And I guess they thought they were going to get away with that. Well, then they found out the next morning that Karen remembered nothing about dropping him off there or anything. And so then all of a sudden they turned it and said, oh no, she said she hit him. No, she didn't, and this Jen McCabe was just a master manipulator, completely a master manipulator. But Turtle Boy's going to have, because he's got lawyers for everything. I mean, he's got lawyers for his witness intimidation. He's got lawyers now for the civil suit. I mean, and now he had another one out of California. The lady's suing him for something. And this is a lady that when he was, doing his writing, his blog or whatever it was on a website, he exposed her on a lunch program out in California where she used her son and about cancer. And so, I mean, just horrible stuff. And now
she fundraised off her cancer son?
Something about, the lunch money. And I don't know. And it was like, this, people do anything, it seems like, to try to get a buck from some bleeding hearts. And so this lady is suing him for something. And so he had to get a lawyer for that. And I mean, so he's having a big fundraiser, and it's on Sunday from noon to midnight. And Mark, they had a fundraiser for Karen Reed, I don't know, about 6 months ago, I guess, 5 months ago, whatever it was. And they got a guy, he's Calling All Beings, the channel, and it's a DJ from Calling All Beings. And he ran the kind of the big thing, and it had all the people that nobody really likes on it. And Karen Reed showed up for it. And that's when she kind of, helped the division a little bit of everybody. But this DJ from Calling All Beings, he loves to introduce like people, when they're coming to the stage, like I bring you on, he'll go, and this is actually what he does. He does a seal clap, like this. And he's like clapping away, like, coming to the stage, it's Mark, like that stuff. And I asked last night during my show, I said, why do all these content creators like this JFK show off, Mike Crawford, they all wish they were DJs? I don't understand that. Why they wish they were DJs. And I guess maybe when they were growing up, they just wanted to be DJs. And now they YouTube and they can be DJs. So what I was saying is that seeing he did that, for that fundraiser for Karen, I was telling the people that showed up last night that I should be the DJ for bringing all of the guests to Turtle Boy stage.
There you go.
So I did live audition for it last night. And it's like, this like attorney Melanie Little, she's the super girl. She's the superpower of attorneys on YouTube. And I said, the way I would do it is say, coming from her yacht, it's super queen, attorney Melanie Little. See, that was my audition. Or, the attorney for one of the attorneys for Karen Reed was David Yannetti. So then I was going to say, well, Turtle Boy, we can do it. We can say, every woman's bowl of spaghetti, it's attorney David Yannetti. So I could do, but I don't think I can do the seal clap. I just don't think I can do that. I don't know. Maybe I can. Yeah. Put your hands together for the, I think that sounds too much like WWE, and I'm just not into it. And
you sound like Dracula.
Yeah, it takes too much energy.
Here's Jeff spinning some records for you.
Kind of Dracula along with Wolfman Jack.
Went to a wedding where the priest sounded like he was from Poland. Sounded like
Wolfman?
Dracula.
Oh, Dracula.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird.
It was weird. It was like a cross between Dracula And yeah, announcer for WW.
So we got Boston Gingy in here. Hello, how are you? And
Yeah, I get it too. I like his normal voice too. I was gonna say, the raspy Jeff is not very good.
see, and if you're gonna do the bowl of spaghetti Yannetti, you have to have that rasp. You got to come in and just have that rasp. You got to do it.
I like the slow, quiet Jeff coming to you from Jeff's spaghetti.
So I need somebody like Boston. I mean, Boston's been a great help with our channel. I mean, Mary B. I mean, this group of them, Hippie Chick. I need someone to get in Turtle Boys chat and say, you're missing the boat. Mad Stork Media needs to be the DJ for your 12-hour fundraiser. What do you think, Mark? I could do it.
I think you could do it, but I agree. Maybe just normal Jeff. I don't think you got to go, Darth Vader on him.
I mean, come on. I got a good resume. I mean, I was 12 years of being Blake Shelton's intro guy to the stage.
Yeah, who am I? I don't have it. My value has or opinion is not that credible. So,
I mean, I did other country artist intros to the stage, but once Blake got me, he told me that I couldn't do the other ones anymore. So
you never did the Door 4, did you?
The which one?
Door 4. Remember Door 4?
No.
You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah. Do you know that when we were kids, do you remember the local radio station playing Taylor Lumber jingle?
No.
That was my favorite. Remember where Taylor Lumber was in Sturgeon Bay?
Not really, no. Was that Vans Lumber?
No, it was Taylor Lumber. And it was on Egg Harbor Road. It was, if you're going out of town from Egg Harbor Road, going past Dairy Queen, it'd be on the right.
Yeah. Oh, I know where you're talking now. Yeah.
Ace Hardware's there now.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that was Taylor Lumber for years. And they had a jingle on we were kids. I mean, we were young. But it would come on, it was Taylor Lumber, Taylor Lumber. It was like so stupid. But it was so dumb that it stuck in your head,
Moving on.
Okay, Yannetti is our Italian bowl of spaghetti. Oh, okay. I didn't know. A sketty. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. That's what it was. Italian bowl. Well, Boston, I think you need to get in the chat for me because I'm shy. I'm a very shy. Mark knows this.
You're so full of shit. Shy nothing.
Person. And I don't think I can go in Turtle Boys chat and say, hey, I want to be your, MC guy. Because that's what it is. You're going to be an MC. So what is this? Everyone is watching Melanie for the Corey Richens sentencing. Oh, okay. Corey Richens. Have you read about her, Mark?
I have not. I was looking at my notes. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on in Boston and Connecticut. These Costa guy is really the people that take money and bribes and all that stuff. That's bad enough, but it's the ones that are taking millions of dollars away from, credible charity organizations and not giving it to the family that need it, like this Costa cat out of Connecticut. What a piece of crap. Just not a good human. He was convicted on, I think, 21 federal felonies, but now he's getting pulled in for Medicaid fraud and just not a good human being.
I'll tell you what, that Medicaid fraud, there must be some big money in that because there's a lot of it going on. And I don't know if the government doesn't check it all the time or what, but there is a lot of people making a lot of money from the Medicaid fraud.
They don't check it in. And something that's coming out of Florida, and this one, the governor down there, he's, uncovered, or people did, it's on medical device frauds.
Yes.
So people are saying they're renting them out, and they're not. And I don't know if it's tied to a certain ethnic group or a gang, but that's crazy in Florida.
This is no lie, Mark. And I kept all the voicemails and everything. I have a equipment company medical, wheelchairs, walkers, stuff like that. They call me twice a month, and they leave I don't answer the phone, but they leave a message. Are you still using our equipment? Are you still renting our equipment? I don't have any equipment that anybody owns. All the equipment I have, I own.
Yeah.
And they asked me if that, and I'm thinking they got some kind of scam going on with me.
Oh, absolutely. They're probably collecting money from the government.
Right.
They go on record that get you to say something, and then, oh no, we got proof. Yeah, Jeff's got stuff.
Right. And it's crazy. I mean, it's twice a month they call me and they ask me if I'm still using the stuff. I keep all the messages just in case. And it's just, I know that I had bought something from them, but I have nothing nothing's coming out a month or every couple of weeks out of my account. And so it's definitely some kind of scam going on. Yeah, and it's crazy. But you know what? Charge. I mean, I don't know if you remember the wheelchair that I had. It was the a red one, and I mean, it was supposed to be the Cadillac of wheelchairs. Okay, and that wheelchair went for $38,000. $38,000. Come on, it does not cost that much to build a wheelchair.
No, unless you can take it out in the woods and go.
You can't even do that, because you get stuck.
Yeah.
You'd have to get a wheelchair with tracks. That's what I'd like to have, is a wheelchair with tracks. That's
what cool. You should put on your Venmo here.
Yeah, that would be really cool to have.
Get you mobile and go
get out hunting. Get out in the. I don't want to go deer hunting, but get out in nature and go out in the woods and see what's going on out there.
Yeah.
See if I could see a bear.
Well, this fraud stuff that's coming to light, it really seems in the past couple of years, but with this is it Nick Shirley? I think his name is. I mean, he's going all over the country finding out stuff. I mean, it's so bad that in California, he uncovered some stuff. And now a certain party is trying to pass a law, and it's called, I think, the...
Mark, this froze.
Information that would
you're freezing.
Uncover the fraud stuff.
Your internet must be going bad because you're freezing.
Am I freezing?
You were freezing.
Good now?
So now it is. Yep. Now
as long as you can hear me, you probably don't want to see me. Probably not a bad thing.
The worst part about it is right now your mic is cutting in and out. And I'm trying to do something over here to fix that, and I can't fix it. And it's bothering me. And and I know it's not that. I mean, people are hearing you, people are getting what you're saying, but it's that little, every once in a while it's cutting out. And me with this audio stuff, it drives me nuts.
Am I too close to it? Maybe.
No, I don't know what it is. I just think it's. I think it's StreamYard's been acting up. It kicked me off 2 nights ago. It kicked me off, I don't know, 3 times, I think, of the stream I was doing. And I had to keep on coming back. And when Tracy and I did our show on Monday, it kicked Tracy off a couple of times, and it kicked me off. And so it's something to do with StreamYard. I got to talk to him because, I mean, I pay up front yearly on StreamYard, and I got the best of StreamYard. I mean, I got the most expensive. So it should be working, and it's not working. And I think
you raise a little hell, Jeff. You get them.
I think I'm going to have to raise a little bit of hell because there's other platforms. I mean, Riverside is another platform that we can try, but I always liked StreamYard, but they sold. And now I forget who owns them now, but it's been downhill ever since they sold. It's just crazy. So what else you got? I mean, I want to make sure everybody knows I want to be Turtle Boy's MC for his fundraiser on Sunday. It's this coming Sunday from noon to midnight. And I think I can do it. I think I got a good resume to do it. I won't be able to do the seal. I'm just going to say out front, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the seal claps. I just don't think I can do it.
Come on.
And I'm not going to wear sunglasses. I mean, I can wear sunglasses. I got JFK type sunglasses I could wear.
You should get the big clown, those big ass clown ones. That would look good.
And I'm not going to shave my head either to be bald. I'm not going to.
Hey, you told everybody, you made a promise a couple of weeks ago that you were going to dye your hair.
Yeah, I'm going to dye it. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what.
I know, but you said next week.
I think I'm going to be blonde.
I think I want to see Let's do some
You
Johnny
like a
Cash.
Guy Fieri or whatever. Can't go jet black. I mean, that's like
Oh
that,
yeah,
that's like that girl Mama Llama from the Forensic Room,
I don't
or
know.
like
I
MJ.
dated Mama Llama once.
MJ in the chat last night. She called them the Forensic Room, the Four Whores.
Yeah, I don't watch that show. I was watching what's that adventure guy? He took Uma Thurman out in the wilderness. She did pretty good.
Do you notice that everything you watch has a good looking woman in it? Do you realize that? Does your wife know that?
Yeah, she watches the other guy because
Okay.
what the hell is his name now? It just jumped out of my head. He's a good looking guy. So she watched Bear Grylls.
Corey Richards. I got to look up on Corey Richards is the one from Utah, I think.
Who's that?
Where she killed her husband. She was
I forgot all about that.
By jury, I believe. And something about where he took fentanyl. I think that's Corey Richards. And she tried to get out of it. You know, she was like, after she was writing children's books and stuff like that, trying to make herself out look, be, you know, this upstanding woman. You know, just the normal woman. She's being sentenced right now. Okay. What did she get anyway? What did they recommend? I forget what they recommend. It's got to be life.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boston, that's not very nice. He does need a DJ for the online fundraiser because he's got to introduce the people to the stage when they bring them up.
Well, then maybe that's not a DJ. Maybe that it's a definition. You know, maybe it's a MC. That would probably be a better descriptor of what you want to do. You want to be the MC.
You're talking about when he does another show at the Wilbur in Boston. That means I'd have to take money out of my own pocket to go and be at the Wilbur. No, I'm not.
Takes money to make money.
Well, life without parole. That's probably what she should get.
Oh, I didn't even know what that meant. LWOP. I can't figure that stuff out. I read these stupid vanity license plates and I can't figure out most of them.
Jordan's been around now for a few days, and she's from Pittsburgh. And
I love Pittsburgh.
Do you? You went there?
Oh yeah.
With your job?
I used to travel there quite a bit, and I love going Washington Hill. I think it is up on top.
Oh,
they have it's a pretty neat view from up on top of the hill, looking down into the valley, looking at the city. You know, the confluence, two rivers coming together.
Wasn't there a big fun park in Pittsburgh that was supposed to be really, really good? I thought
a fun park?
Yeah, it's like you know, the Great America. You know, when you go into near Chicago, it's some kind of fun park in Pittsburgh. I think that the only reason why I know about that is because the Pat McAfee show always talked about it. And Kennywood, yes, Kennywood, that's it. And
I missed it
because McAfee always talked about it growing up and going there and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to check that out. But no, like I told Jordan, I'd love just to go wheel across the Clemente Bridge. I was a huge fan. I mean, I was very young, but I was a huge fan of Roberto Clemente. I mean, I felt back then there was nobody could throw. And it's funny, you know who the people in the chat won't know this, but you will. Do you know who I always thought was Roberto Clemente when he threw? I mean, and it's a guy that we both know because Roberto Clemente, when he got a ball out in the outfield, he would spin and then, you know, get his leverage and do his crow hop. The guy that does the perfect spin and crow hop, Dave Bowman.
Dave was who's the only left-handed shortstop I ever knew.
I mean, he could make that spin and crow hop all in the same, and it was just incredible. And he was only like 13 years old, 12 years old, and the guy was
Dave and he's another Maplewood boy.
But
you know, Pittsburgh is, you know, they got their pastrami sandwich, and I'm Parmenti Brothers, I believe. Now they're franchised, so it's not like, but great food. Looking down from the hill down into the city is pretty cool. It's clean. They got rid of all the steel mill.
It's called the City of Bridges, though, right?
It's got like 5 of them across downtown. I'm sure I'm exaggerating, but you come through you come through a tunnel, and as soon as you come through it, the city is right there in your face. It's right in front of you. It's pretty neat.
Well, it's gonna. If I ever went to Pittsburgh, it would be probably now in the next couple of years. For the simple reason is that I'm a big Mike McCarthy fan. Mike McCarthy fan, and now he's coaching the Pittsburgh. Not to get on a big sports thing though. What a great thing for him, right? He coaches the Green Bay Packers.
Sure.
Then he goes down and coaches the Dallas Cowboys, and now he's coaching the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean,
he's back home.
3 icons though of teams, and he's coached now all 3 of them. That's pretty incredible when you think of it.
Well, hopefully he does better with Pittsburgh.
Is that what you were talking about, Permonte Brothers?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
I've been to the original downtown, and then there was one out near the airport or on your way to the airport. It's a good sandwich, no doubt about it. But they put French fries on it, and I would rather just have.
Well, that sounds like a good thing for a type 2 diabetic.
Oh yeah, French fries, and I think they might have it where they put on coleslaw all into the same sandwich.
Pittsburgh has 466 bridges.
That's crazy. I only went on the ones coming into the city.
So that's why it's called the City of Bridges.
Yeah, all the way down. It's cool. So I don't know if you can eat it.
That's what I would go to Pittsburgh for, is go to, like I've told you for many years, I want to do not all the baseball parks, but I want to do like the New York back to Kansas City. I don't want to go to LA. I don't want to go to Seattle. But I'd like to do, like Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I'd like to do all those. Philadelphia.
I did the Midwest pretty much. Pittsburgh, I've been to, St. Louis, both Chicago, the old White Sox. I was in the old one, and Cubs.
Never, like I said on Monday with Tracy, I'd never been to Wrigley Field for a baseball game. Never.
What?
Never been.
You got to go.
As a big a baseball fan I am, I've never been to the Wrigley Field for a baseball game. I did go to a Blake Shelton concert, and it was sold out at Wrigley. I got a chance to go, see everything at Wrigley. Everything. I went behind the scenes, a lot of things with Tracy. It was just an amazing time to go to Wrigley and just see it all. But I'd like to go see a baseball game. That's the show that when it was Neil McCoy and the band Perry opened up for Blake. And Neil McCoy was kind of like an MC for the whole thing, and then he had his own music set. And then band Perry, I was in love with the lead singer of the band Perry. Really, I got a picture of her and everything.
What was his name?
Just kidding. That's horrible. I'm not gay. But yeah, I went there, and then it was so funny because I forget who I brought with me, and they said, "Oh, does Blake really know you? Like, does he come up to you and say, like, does he come up to you and say something?"
Not on purpose.
And I'll never forget. He was walking out. It was sold out. It was standing room only for him, right, at Wrigley. And he comes out and he stops right at me. And I had brought him, as you know, to my home area, and it was called Brussels Park. Okay. That's where he played when I brought him to my home area in Door County, Wisconsin. And he comes out. He's been introduced. He's walking with his microphone and everything, getting ready to sing. And he stops by me and he kind of gives me a half hug. He goes, "I'm a long fucking way from Brussels, ain't I?" I went, "Yeah, you are. You definitely are." Here he had, I don't know, probably 40,000 people. And in Brussels, he had like, I don't know, what do we have? 6,000, I think, 7,000.
I don't know if we had that many, but it was a great concert.
It was a great concert. It was funny that he remembered that, that he stopped and said that. So
it was a softball diamond.
That was a softball diamond, yeah. And we had, when you think of it, though, when we put that many people together, we had no trouble, not one fight, nothing. pretty good, I thought.
Well, a bunch of drunken Belgians
But,
fighting.
so yeah, just so everybody knows, I don't keep up on a lot of the true crime stuff either. I mean, I did the Karen Reed thing because I got, like I said, I started watching Tommy CPU was the guy that I watched. I mean, I didn't even watch Aiden back then. It was all Tommy Boy. I was watching him, in the morning when she was going to court and then when she would leave court. And so I got hung up on that. And then I started telling everybody else that I knew about it. And like some of my cop friends, they got involved and they were just like, I can't believe this is going on. And it just seems like it just keeps on, there's something that, and the thing that I don't understand, Mark, when it comes to Turtle Boy is that now they're suing him, right? And he is going to get so much information because of suing him. Like he's going to get, text messages. He's going to get all this information. If they were worried about him getting information before and him blabbing his mouth, it's going to be a field day for him now.
Oh, absolutely.
And do you think he's going to go after? I mean, we have the right, the First Amendment right is that we can believe whatever we want, and that's why I say, for me, I think Colin Albert threw the first punch. I think he's a punk, and I think he was. Now a lot of people think it was Higgins, the ATF, because he was a little sweet on Karen, and and that's where the thing with Karen. I mean, I totally believe she was not guilty. All right, I totally believe that. But I also, blame her for a little bit with that Higgins thing where, with the texting and all that kind of stuff when she was dating John. It's like, where was her loyalty? And I understand, everybody goes, well, John maybe was, screwing around too. Well, fine, then get out of the relationship.
Yeah.
Instead of making it worse by.
So she was dating two at the same time, huh?
Well, she wasn't really dating.
Flirting.
She was flirting. It was more. I don't think that she got with him. I know one night there's question that she might have, because he had invited her over or whatever, and it it never goes well, Mark. And I don't know if this ever happened to you, but you've been with a lady one night, and then
I'm afraid to ask where this is going.
In the next morning, the guy sends the lady things, so so how was your night?
You don't ask that question.
You don't. That's one question you kind of stay away from.
Yeah.
Especially, if you were drunk and you drank a little bit too much whiskey, you probably stay away from that one.
Yeah, because you don't want the answer.
Because I don't think Karen really answered him to that question. So I think the whole thing went downhill after.
So where is the investigation going now? Is it just dead in water? Is anybody continuing trying to figure this out?
I mean, that's something that maybe Boston Gingy or somebody that really keeps up on that. I think as far as the DA, Michael Morrissey, he is not investigating anything about John O'Keefe. He's not, even with that Sandra Birchmore case, he's not, doing anything. And, so as far as the John O'Keefe thing, now they hope that the next DA that comes in after this year will reopen it. And I truly believe this, Mark. I think with this whole Turtle Boy suing and they're suing Karen, I think there might be some slip ups. I really do. And I think it's going to come out what happened. Now, is it going to be murder? No, I think it's going to be a manslaughter charge in the end if they find out who did it, because I don't think they started out the night saying we're going to invite John and Karen over to the house and we're going to murder John. I don't think that's what happened.
No.
I think it was a fight that went too far, is what I think. And I don't even know if it went too far. I think it was like a one punch. John moved out of the way, fell, hit his head, and then all of a sudden they went, oh shoot, he started throwing up. He started,
a lot of speculation, a lot of room for speculation, which is, it's hard to keep going down the rabbit hole. It's like, okay, either give me some facts or.
So this is something that I got to share this what Jordan said, because I totally agree with this. And, and the financial support, I have another take on that too. I mean, here's a girl that could be writing a book, Okay. She could be making money. Now, Mark, she was a financial advisor, all right, for corporations, not individuals, but corporations, I believe she did. So this girl, and done it for a long time, 20 years. So this girl knows how to make money, how to keep money, and plus she was a professor in that.
So is she broke now?
What's that?
Is she financially broke?
Well, that's what they're saying. I mean, they're saying that, that she's financially, it's a hardship, but it's like, I think it's at her choice. And maybe at this time she's laying low with making any money because she doesn't want to lose the civil suit and then have to pay out money. But if that's the case, I think you can put on there that any future earnings too, if you win.
Sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I think, she could be doing a movie. She could be doing a lot of different things, I'm sure.
Who
but
knows?
sooner
Maybe
or later,
it works.
But yourself, sooner or later, that runs dry too.
I don't know that for myself. I've never been sued. I've never been accused of, well, I might have been accused, but never convicted of any bad behavior.
But like here, like Jordan said, all the money people were donating and they were staying at an $800 a night hotel. It's just ignorant. It is ignorance. And it's ignorant that people supported that and everything. But that was, Turtle Boy was the one that started that whole give to Karen, free Karen Read, free Karen Read. Of course, Nick Rocco now is another guy that is kind of her mouthpiece now. And he's, saying that he did everything. Nick Rocco, I guess, runs hair salons, Mark. He won the lottery out there in Massachusetts. I don't know how much, but he won the lottery. So he's out there buying Bengal cats, little Bengal cats. And what are they? You can get really expensive when you buy the Bengal cats. I mean, just for my dog, my designer little dog that I have, that's a poodle schnauzer.
Yeah.
I paid a lot of money, but there's some Bengal cats you can pay up to $15,000 for.
So it's a wild cat.
No, it's not. I don't know. It's just got the Bengal stripes. It's a cat.
Oh, Bengal. I didn't know where the hell you were going. Yeah, all I want is a mini donkey.
But his name's Nicky Haircuts. And I got into it a little bit with him because he's always saying, donate to Karen, donate to Karen. Well, why don't you show us what you've donated? I want to know what you donated. And then he blocked me. He didn't want to talk to me no more.
It's funny, the people that scream the loudest sometimes, you ask them, well, I'll start giving when you, like, if
But I don't.
They never do.
I don't understand why everybody wants to. And there's some people that just treat Karen like she's a celebrity, like like this Brian LTL Media. I mean, this guy Mark it was kind of creepy. He was like blowing up posters of her, of pictures of her, and
time to get a restraining order.
It was kind of creepy. He was putting it up in his house, and I guess he had one in the bathroom near the shower. It was just kind of creepy. Now that's what I heard. That was a rumor. I don't know if it's true.
Oh, well, see, Jeff, we all know you had a poster of Farrah Fawcett hanging in your room. She didn't put a restraining order on you, but she should have.
No, I wasn't a Farrah Fawcett fan.
How could you not?
Because I was a Jacqueline Smith fan.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's sort of like Ginger or Marianne.
Right.
You can't be both.
Right. And see, I was a Marianne fan.
Oh, definitely Marianne.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, but so he was kind of a goofball during that. Nick Rocco is the guy's real name. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it was so weird. I mean, those posters and everything, and I mean, you sit back and you go, okay, she was in, the people that follow the true crime and all that kind of stuff, and she's not guilty. But she still was charged with murder. Okay. That's really not something that you want to make, somebody a celebrity on, right? I mean, then you might as well. What was that woman in Florida that killed all those guys?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember.
She killed a lot of people. And so, I mean, it's like, you don't really put them as a celebrity. I mean, it's not Jennifer Aniston or anything like that. So Jeff, put your X account in or email to reach out for information. Well, my email is very easy. It's jeffstonevoice@gmail.com. jeffstonevoice@gmail.com. I can put it in here. jeffstonevoice@gmail.com. And I mean, anybody that wants to help us with I can't spell today, man. Maybe I am Brian from LTL Media. Maybe I can spell. I just can't type. That's
both. That's why I dictate everything now.
I mean, I never took typing in
I took typing.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
I did not. Who was the lady that taught that?
Can't remember.
She's from Forestville. Eileen Woolmuth. That was the girl's name that killed all those guys down in Florida.
Was it the one at the hospital? Wasn't somebody also doing that? Euthanize their own. They thought that they worked at the hospital and they just kept killing people.
In the whole, isn't the whole that one that happened, that Lizzie Borden, wasn't that out?
Oh, that's a rhyme. Lizzie Borden had an axe, gave her husband 50 whacks. When she found out what she'd done, she gave him 101. Isn't that?
Didn't that happen out in Massachusetts too?
I think it was Lizzie Borden. Sure.
I do. Mad Stork 83 is my ex account. Mad Stork 83. Fall River, Massachusetts. So that was Karen Reed when Mike Proctor, the trooper, when he talked about Karen Reed, he said that she had a Fall River accent.
Oh,
wow. Look at that. Interesting. That's interesting. Fall River, Lizzie Borden. See, look at the stuff we learn every day. This is just like school, Mark.
Well, I'm the one who I didn't come up with it, but I sing the jingle. Didn't you give me any credit for knowing the words of that?
Yeah, well, I did.
You think I just made that up?
Did you read this one? Her name was Jordan Elizabeth, and my mom used to say to me and say, Lizzie Jordan. I hope she kept you away from knives.
I'm going to have to do a little research on Lizzie Borden again. Now that
I'll tell you that Jordan, she's a cut up. I'll tell you that.
She's on it. She's on it.
So, all right, what do you got for us? I've took up a lot of time.
I got like 5 things here.
All right, let's go.
It can be the quick hitters. You sent me that little note. Those teachers, they can't keep their hands off these kids.
Oh my gosh!
And now it's ladies that are doing it, and I dug into this a little bit further.
Oh no!
Apparently, in Peoria, Arizona.
Yes, that's a bad one.
There's a couple teachers that were grooming kids and having sex with them and so forth. But after it all came out, then it was the school board that was protecting them more or less. And then this lady who said, no, we got to treat them all equal. They fired her, I think, or sanctioned her. But it was like the whole school, they were, it was women teachers on boy kids. So that's not as bad as men on girls, but they were getting, none of them so far have gone, that I could see, have gone to jail, and it's still going on.
Wasn't the principal involved too?
Could be. I mean, everybody was sort of covering up. Well, I shouldn't say covering up. They just didn't want to hold them accountable, is what it came out to be. But it was crazy. I mean, you could Google that.
Never happened to us, like with the good-looking teacher.
There was a teacher at our school that did, and I'm not going to say any names.
I know who was. I used to see her at parties. When we go to parties in school, I used to see her at parties.
So there was, never happened. Not with my dad. My dad tried to fire the one teacher that was a little handsy.
Well, isn't there one? There was one.
There was 2 of them. The band teacher.
Yeah.
He went to prison.
Yeah. Because he's married to one of your cousins out there in Maplewood, isn't he?
Not one of my cousins, but Forestville, and we'll just leave it. I don't want to get now. Everyone is going to get names and stuff. But, yeah, he got fired, and then my dad tried to fire the other teacher. I won't go into
The art teacher?
what
Was he the art teacher?
shop teacher.
Oh, yeah. But what about the art teacher? Wasn't he kind of a creep too? That
No,
one?
no,
That,
I don't know.
He coached like freshman basketball.
Oh, yeah. You know what? He was a little different, but I ran into him. He was coaching football and teaching down in Milwaukee at one of the private schools. Good guy. He coached high school freshman basketball and stuff like that. But when I was playing football, their high school team would come up and use our facilities.
Okay.
And so I got a chance to talk to him, and I didn't like him in high school because he cut me from the basketball team.
Why all of a sudden are we getting this big push with the women?
I don't know. There's been a bunch of them there in Green Bay a few years ago. There was one down in Appleton, in our area here in Wisconsin, but the ladies are going after these young
They're picking
boys.
up the young boys too. They're like 12, some of them.
Well, I haven't seen any that young, but there could be. But if you go into Chat GPT or AI or Grok or whatever, and you put in there women teachers convicted of sexual abuse, you get a list as long as your arm.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It really is. But so that was one of the things to keep your eye on, because that's a trial going on. You know what's even crazier though is watching the governor's race and the LA mayor's race.
Yeah.
They're just so goofy, all of them. They're just saying stuff like, with any common sense, you're like, no, no one's going to vote for you when you say that. So
Well,
that's been interesting.
Newsom's a little worried, because Apple wants to pull out and go to Texas.
Oh, they're going to pull out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
He's going to lose a big, big company right there. I mean, that's a big. And so that's going to be interesting when that happens.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of people. A lot of corporations have moved to Texas or Florida or outside or to Nashville. A lot of Hollywood.
I thought about you the other day. I was watching TV and an ad came up for the guy that's running for governor on the Republican side, where he said he's going to stop all this data buying up our farms. That means your son's out of a job.
Well, it could be, but it's that data thing. We talked a little bit about that. Here in Wisconsin, there's 3 of them that they're trying to put together, but most states are getting a data center, and they're huge. There's 3 issues or 3 main issues that people talk about. One, and I don't know how this is, but they say it reduces your property values if you're got a house or land near one of them. It's sucking up a lot of energy, electricity from the neighborhood, but most of the data centers are building their own power plant, like the one in my son's at in Louisiana. Yeah, they're building their own power plant and then sell power back to the community, cheap power. So it's actually that's a good thing. And then, the water, just it takes up a lot of water, but most of the water is recycled, but millions of gallons. So those are the issues, and somebody that's closer to the industry can provide information that would be interesting, because, like it or not, we need to be building these things. How long do they last when new technology comes like that?
And the technology is changing all the time. That's the thing.
Yeah, quantum processors, they fit on a pin, but they still generate heat.
Wow. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, these data centers are
Who's
crazy huge.
Who's your wackadoodle this time?
I would have to pick one. The wackadoodle has to be in the mayoral candidate. the current mayor of LA. You know, one of their commercials was, and I wrote this down because I just couldn't believe it. You know, my competitor is in favor of hiring more police. That's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
My competitor is going to use tax money to help low income housing.
That's bad.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
So things like that, it's like you there and let your damn city burn to the ground.
Yeah.
And then your response to this guy, Pratt, is you're going to hire more police because that will keep your city safer. You know, just
let's hope they're good police and not corrupt.
Yeah. There's always that element, but so it just people. I don't know how they made it to the position they're at when they say just goofy things. It doesn't matter.
Especially
what.
So
it doesn't matter. Yeah, what party you're on. That's just a wackadoodle comment, you know.
And then what is our other one that we do? We do the.
Well, they all sort of blend together. Okay. You know, the bad behavior, dumbass. But I think once a week I'll inject. We got to have a little happiness, right? Somebody that's demonstrating good behavior, right? I mean, you can
like you doing the sandbags.
Yeah, like whatever. I'm just that was a little thing I could do, but there are so many people out there that are demonstrating really good behavior, and I don't think they get, you know, time they should. And so next time we're on, we'll talk about some people that as my
you didn't
friend.
Do anything nice this last week?
What did I do that was nice?
You didn't go over and take care of my cords, but I mean,
I helped my sister. I'm building an arbor for her.
Yeah, look at that. So you did something nice.
I did something nice.
Is it because you're getting older and you're looking back and you're going, boy, I sucked at helping people, but for 50 years, and now all of a sudden I got to get back in the game. Is that what it is?
I think to be honest and very open, yeah, I was a dumbass for most of my life and didn't take the time to be a positive influence on the society. Other people might say, "No, you did something," but I got to get into heaven. I got a lot of making up to do.
I mean, even that time, when we were over at somebody's place and they had a pool and you threw me, to push the wheelchair right in the water.
You are such a piece of shit. You better go and do something nice for somebody for telling lies about me. Jeff is out there telling them that I'm flipping him out of his.
Then you didn't realize as I was actually buckled into my wheelchair as I was sitting with the wheelchair.
My problem is I didn't put a brick on your lap too. Sink you right down to the bottom of the pond. I should have put you in one of those golf carts when those guys took them out on the golf course.
Bleeding heart is coming from with Mark, but boy, this is a completely new guy.
Hey,
completely new.
We still got to have lunch with our other friend Jeff, and I got to give him a call back.
We need to get him on. He'd have some good stories.
Oh, he'd have a story. What about Gordon? Why doesn't he want to come on?
Didn't he go to Houston with you, or
he did? That's right. Yeah. I call it my internship. I quit college, went to Houston for 6 months, did some really stupid shit. Yeah, Jeff and Larry, and. We all came back and went back to college other than Jeff. You went back to Florida and lived down in Florida for about 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Did a lot of good things down there. But,
we got to get with him and go to lunch. But
we got it.
I remember when you headed out to Houston for the big city. And
that was
when you left for Houston then, do you imagine what it's like now? Because Houston's like just growing like crazy.
It was huge back then. I don't know if I told you, when I went to Houston, I was cleaning air conditioners and I met Earl Campbell and Charlie Joyner. Yeah, I became friends with them because I would let them cool down and they would run up and down this bayou, for conditioning. And, it was basically a big drainage ditch. They called it a bayou. I don't know. But they would sprint up and down this hill and I'd let them into the empty units and cool down and drink. And Earl Campbell he was a slow talker, but he was interesting. He had some stories I can't say on the radio, but good guy.
What a beast on a football field.
Oh my!
Man.
His thighs were huge.
Yeah.
They were just these massive.
What was he? 5'10", maybe 5'11"?
Yeah, he wasn't tall, but he was.
Tall, but boy, he was just
power.
I mean, just crazy. I mean, he's paying for it today. Can hardly move.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you, he sure was something on the football field. Earl Campbell. You can go to
he went
YouTube
back,
and watch him. I mean, that's just crazy stuff. Watching that guy run. Man.
Yeah, he went back to the university and was mentoring kids and doing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he did a lot of good things. He also had a drinking problem and painkiller problem too.
Oh yeah, I would too. He ran into brick walls every day.
Yep, every day. I mean, that's what, I have a friend that, that I knew that ended up playing for the Dallas Cowboys from this area. And he said every time I talked to him after a game or something like that, he said it felt like he was in a car crash every week. He felt like it was a car crash. And that's how beat up they get. He was a center, getting pounded in the head and from the defensive tackles and that are, probably 100 pounds more than what he was. And just a crazy time when he played for the Cowboys and he went on to play for the Arizona Cardinals. And I'll get into that story one day too with him. He gave me my dream of all dreams. He actually bought a radio station for me to run, and back in 2007, and we did that for about 7 years. Most fun I've ever had in my life. And because
wasn't that hooker he bought for you?
No, it was the radio station was better than the hooker. So
I got to come up with some shit to talk about you. You keep scooping it on me, and I got a lot of stuff I want to say. But it's
the thing is, you can't find anything in my history because I'm a clean guy.
You're shit. I'm gonna pay Jaime to tell me some stuff.
I mean, I have a clean record. There's guys out there that worked with me in radio. They'll say, "Boy, that guy was unbelievable. Church every day, prayed." Went home.
Didn't go to church
every day. It was like the same thing. I mean, I was like, I was just.
You weren't you were Lutheran, so you weren't an altar.
No, I was a saint though. I mean, it's crazy.
Jeff.
I mean, I even went on the air. My name was Saint Jeff on the air.
Jeez, you're gonna get hit by lightning. I don't want to be on this channel when that happens. It's struck down.
So can we do Friday this week yet, or
let's do Friday? I should be good Friday.
Okay, we'll do Friday again and see what we can come up with.
We'll come up with if anybody's looking for an agenda. So we'll talk about a regular stuff.
Send me an email if you want us to talk about something and want to come involved with it, and I'll send you a link. You can come on with us. Anybody?
Yeah.
I'll send you a link. I can do it in X. I can do it in email, whatever you want. And we can, I think I can do it on private message here too. Yeah. And we could get you on here and you can talk with us and we'll just light it all up and everything. And Boston Gingy, I just want you to know, if you're still here, Boston, I still think you should go to Turtle Boy and say, hey, in the chat and say, hey, Jeff needs to be the MC for the 12-hour show.
MC, exactly. That's what it is, not DJ.
Yeah, it's master of ceremony if you don't know what the MC means.
Yeah.
It's not motorcycle club like you were thinking.
Well, Jeff, you know what I'm getting ready to do here when we sign off. My beautiful wife and I, we're heading down to Sheboygan to get some
brats.
Yeah, brats, and they have steak sandwiches, basically good.
Where?
Ham. We're going to bring some back and eat them up.
Where?
We go to Miesvelds.
Where's that?
It's a butcher shop in Sheboygan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your wife's from there, right?
Yep, she is. Actually, I was born there, but moved away when I was 3. That's where I get the accent.
That's where you got. Where was Lakeland? That's in Sheboygan, isn't it?
It's at Howard's Grove. Well, pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. All right.
That's where we met.
So they got good steak sandwiches.
Oh yeah, this place is good steak sandwiches. You cook them up, medium rare.
Wow. All right.
Onion, butter, tons of butter.
Well, stay safe driving because you got to come back on Friday.
Yeah, I'll be here. Good talking to you. And
we'll have another. I mean, whatever we do, it's going to be earth shattering. So people need to come back. I mean, how can you skip past this? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I got more stories about Mark, how he pushed me out of my chair when I was a kid, you know.
Hey.
And then, you know, it'd be all right if you push me out and then, you know, try to help me get back in the chair. No, go walk away and then sit there and go, oh, look what happened to him.
I got some friends in upstate New York, and I know a guy. So you better stop talking crap about me.
I know a guy.
I know.
Okay, Guido. I know a guy.
My friend Mello was going to get on the radio here. And he's going to tell you.
Famous last words of Mark. I know a guy.
I know a guy.
All right. You have a good day. Everybody, appreciate it. I'm going to play the song again to end this. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit the like. Please hit the share. And if you haven't subscribed, come on. Hey, by the way, everybody that's in here today right now, whoever helped, I had, I believe it was, I just looked it up. It was the night after a Turtle Boy. It must have been a week ago, 9 days ago. But the video went over 600 views. That's the first one to ever get that high. So I appreciate everybody. If you can share, if you can like, it helps. So please do that. And we're off for 200. We want to get to 200 subs. We can't get to 500 unless we get to 200.
We'll get there.
I was taught math, so we got to do that. We got to get to 200. Right now, I believe we're at 128. 128. So let's see if we can get that to 200. So, all right, Mark, we'll talk to you
later.
Later.
Signing off.
Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you Friday. I will put something up when it's going to be, but it'll be Friday. And then I'm going to probably do something tonight where I'm going to watch the Young Jerks and LTL Media. They're going to be together, and I hate to promote them, but I'm going to actually watch it because I think it's going to be gold. I think it's going to be gold for the people that want to pick on them. So if you want to watch it, if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. I'm going to be replaying it. So it might be tonight. There's a good chance that I'll come back on after that. It all depends how the Brewers are doing. Brewers are winning yet, so I kind of like to watch the Brewers and then come on after that. So, all right.
Good. Talk to you later, Jeff.
Straight from the curb where the asphalt burns, Maplewood streets where a lesson is learned. From the gritty blocks to the Door County line, Mark and Jeff are next in line. They left the shadows of the Door County neighborhood, doing things that the locals never could. From Maplewood up to the woods of the Cape Cod, of the Midwest wild, they're trading the concrete for the Turtle Boy style. Two fearless warriors, hearts made of steel, on a YouTube mission to keep it real. Mark and Jeff, yeah, they're taking the crown, the baddest duo to ever hit this YouTube town. Mark and Jeff, they're calling, the stakes are high. Underneath that heavy Wisconsin sky, they aren't just creators, they're battle bound, changing the game, keeping their feet on the ground. Mics are on and cameras are rolling, the Matchstick clock is counting the views and collecting the wins and doing it without sins. From Maplewood Tuck to the woods of the Cape Cod, of the Midwest wild, they're trading the concrete for the Turtle Boy style. Two fearless warriors, hearts made of steel, on a YouTube mission to keep it real. Mark and Jeff, yeah, they're taking the crown, the baddest duo to ever hit this YouTube town.